Life can be lived to its fullest. But for a hustler, the end is surely at hand.
Hustling, dollars and gold. This is how my story's told. At the age of 13, I was hard and mean. An ambitious young brother who wanted drugs to see. But I was standing on the corner in the sickness square. Offer me a job, I ain't working nowhere. I'm the dope man, kill all the faces thriller. Some people say that I'm a half-crazed nigga. Just live your life lies is a motto of mine. But you waving me down, I bust fine. Got a sicker face sicker, and I had to pull the trigger. The paper ran just another dope-fiend nigga. Out of the box, no longer calling the shots. Every day a young hustler is up, getting pop. Yeah, who else thrown in jail with no future? Like this old tales to tell, you know. I remember when you see I used to have. Sounds kind of funny, but don't dare.
It's about your brain.
Yeah.
Don't let them put you insane. Years and years, they try to put me in pain. You do a crime, they would do you the same. They not playing, this is not no game. I stay strong, and I did my thing. How I did it, I will make this plain. Intelligence, because I use my brain. I'm not no animal, I don't need tame. You need knowledge to make this equal. I treat them bad cause there's not no secret, straight up and down. I love my people, they're black and green. The flags for me, yo. I teach and preach, so don't you fall asleep. Life in prison is not my kind of thing. I don't rape and celebrate, y'all know the case. Stop faking, you waste my face. I face a good face, say the kids. It's contagious. Recognize this law. I remember back in time, just to lose the beat. You and Joe Blow fight, these shorts to beat. Now you walk around town, calling each other nigga. Pump, 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 pop goes the trigger. Nothing with me furious, Martin delirious. What the hell is going on? It's getting serious, brothers. We got to fight for our rights. Let us live our lives and all to unite. Our families, sisters, mothers, and brothers. This is how we call down for your colors. Put the red, black, green in. Cause it's spinning. You can't get weak. You got to keep winning.
Baker 31, you had several shots fired in the 4400 block of Park Heights. Make that a code 1, response 31.
Next time you're mine.
Yo, what are you, stupid? Don't you know right from wrong? Like crack, kill? But you still use the pipe. That's why me, Lemon, Marty D, and Silk brought you this info. Wise up, stay in school, get high off of life. Peace, 5,000.
You see what happened here? I think our drug dealer friend got the message that if you're dealing drugs or doing drugs, it'll eventually lead you here to the Baltimore City Jail. And if you think that's bad enough, with a snap of a finger, you can also end up here at the Maryland State Penitentiary. Hello, my name is Stan Stovall, and I'm here today because the guys who have to call this place home wanted to give you a message that will hopefully keep you from sharing their experience. Behind these walls, there are hundreds of men who have been convicted of the most serious crimes. While those crimes vary, most of these guys share one thing. They started abusing alcohol and drugs at a very young age, some of them as early as 8 or 9 years old. As they got into the drugs and drinking more and more, their schoolwork slipped. They dropped out, and they started hanging with the wrong crowd. Before they knew it, they were in here, a lot of them serving life sentences. Life is a long time to go without watching a ball game, going to Ocean City, or being with your family. But I'm not the one to tell you their story. I want you to hear it from them personally. So let's go inside. This place is noisy and crowded. There's no air conditioning, so you'll boil in the summer. And cold drafts will help you freeze in the winter. You live in a cell like this one.
These wonderful shows, cause you're going to
You do get to go outside and exercise. You can walk around this yard day after day. But most of the time, you just sit in your cell day after day, year after year, for years.
Top key, life sentence.
My name's Jerry Baden, serving life plus 20, got 9.5 years in it.
Branson Wilder, serving life sentence.
John Jones, serving life 10 years.
Barry Steers, I got 30. I got 7 years.
Dean Wright, serving life of 15, got 10.5.
DeWarren Butler, serving 30 years, 5 years.
Tyrone B, life plus 5, got 10 years.
Melvin Barron, 18 months, got 5 years in.
Andrew Stewart, life, got 9 years in.
Lonnie Butler, life in 20, got 5 years in.
Brian Jordan, I got double life in 20, and I got 4 years in.
Jeffrey Palmer, serving life, 8 years in.
When you are allowed out of your cell, you will undoubtedly find that you wish you could have brought that cell with you. Those of us on the outside, we probably are filled with misconceptions, just like you guys probably were before you came here, as to what life is like on the inside. Is it dangerous in here?
If it's over basketball or football, some type of activity always lead up to a fight.
How many of you guys got in fights here?
I ain't there's so many that can't.
Everybody get in a fight basically here? At some point?
Yeah.
Did you get killed in here?
Yeah, sure you have.
On November 1990, the inmate walked up behind me, stabbed me 14 times, left me paralyzed on my left side.
The violence in the penitentiary is so real. When you wake up in the morning, you put on your violent gear, your protective gear, just like you put on clothes in the morning when you come up. Every day, from the time that door opens to the time it locks in, you're under the scrutiny of violence. And they can attack at any time. You don't have to have a reason for violence to attack.
Well, Barry, he ain't know what was coming. It might be your friend you're walking with or something. Something might just happen.
Barry, tell me about the incident where you were stabbed, left paralyzed on one side. What led up to that?
Well, I'm still living off hearsay, but from what I understand, another inmate owed a bunch of money out to other inmates. They were putting pressure on him for the money. He seen me with my back turned, and he said, well, that's my shot. I get locked up. See, I don't have to pay my bills. So he used me as a scapegoat. Almost took my life.
Yeah. Very fast, very quick, never saw it coming?
Never saw a thing.
Is that typical? Is that typical life in the Maryland State Penitentiary?
Yes.
Every day you're looking over your shoulder. Every day you never know if somebody might do you when you least expect it.
You don't have to do nothing.
Do anything.
And you don't always have to come from the front. Be right behind you.
Yeah.
You could be the man next to you, the man behind you.
Yeah. Believe it or not.
Nothing fair in here.
I mean, he might have had a beef with a guy on the street that he in here, and he thought the beef is squashed now. By me being with him, if the dude stepped in, they gonna step to me too.
All of us had peer pressure growing up, okay? Which direction we decide to go with that peer pressure often dictates where you're gonna end up in life in general. Let's talk about that for a while. What kind of pressures did you guys have to hang either with the right crowd or the wrong crowd? And do you think that played a big part as to why you're here now?
I feel as though peer pressure is the main reason why I'm in here now, right?
because the simple fact of peer pressure that I wanted to do what my buddies wanted to see me do. I didn't want to do what I wanted to do. I wanted to do what they wanted me to do.
Even if not in the same category or age group, if you look up to older people, you want to hang out with them. You try to fit in and do what they do.
If a person out there, then he's going to school, and then his friends get with him and say, let's not go to school today. Let's go hang out down Mario's or whatever.
I thought I was a man, right? But I wasn't a man because I was doing what they wanted me to do. A real man would do what he wanted himself to do.
And those peers that it was so very important for you at one time to try to impress, you wanted to be their friends. Where are they now?
The people I was hanging with, they're still out there. Half of them are zombies or so burnt out from doing drugs. They don't really have a life to live in shacks.
Any of them still on the outside?
Still out there.
They were drug addicts.
Any of those guys ever visit you guys?
No, I don't have anybody out there.
Sort of abandoned you after you got in trouble?
But when it got, deeper into the game, pressure for you go on the court and things start looking bad for you, then when you come inside Dionysus, you get into the penitentiary, that's when everything died away.
They disappeared on you?
It disappears,
What do you think about that? I mean, don't you think that's kind of ironic?
It just
that the people you tried so hard to be accepted by in your time of greatest need, they're nowhere to be found?
Didn't really care for you in the beginning.
Because this one, you basically, you need them more now than what you did when you was out there for real.
I think the peer pressure from the street still applies in the penitentiary because it's the same guys that they hung with on the street. So they don't want to come out and say that I fear every day for my life. I don't know when I'm going to get yanked from the back or whatever.
Besides peer pressure, what else goes wrong with guys like this that they end up here, having to serve this kind of time?
Well, I think what blinds a lot of people is you think, well, that can't happen to me. But it can happen to you.
Well, so you think when you're out there, you think you're invincible.
They're in the circle of drugs, because you got to be dealing with money. Somebody might cross you, or somebody might get in a situation where your buddy's doing drugs and he does something. Or, like you said earlier about just looking at little kids and stuff that's getting killed on these stray bullets,
Think about it for a minute. You don't have to be taking any drugs. It may just be a matter of who you're hanging around with.
Kids, they have to step up. They have to take charge. So you go out there with your buddies, they say, come on, man, let's go down here and get some beer, go rob something. But you gonna tell them, no, my mommy said I can't do that? You have to think for yourself, be your own man.
Just when we got out of school, we seen the guys on the corner, we was like, man, we going to school all day to get an education, working 9 to 5 and make minimum wages $3.10 an hour, and he making $3,000 a week.
Tempting.
I mean, it don't balance out. But we realized since we come to institutions, we realized that the consequences of getting on that corner, either death or these institutions, there's only one way or the other.
Are you angry?
Yeah, I'm angry.
Who are you angry at?
I'm angry with myself. I can't blame nobody in society for putting me here. I made a mistake.
Now I know for a fact I'm not on the street. It's mandatory that I get a job. It's mandatory that I take care of my kid. It's mandatory that I don't bring my gun in the corner. Don't listen to the girl. It's mandatory that I obey laws. Before, it wasn't mandatory that I do anything.
Will it become mandatory in your mind simply because a judge says you have to do it that way, otherwise you'll be back in here?
Of course, the right way this time, yeah.
Yeah.
For the simple fact that
For your own sake, not because the judge has told you you had to, right?
Yeah, for me,
okay.
Because I'm saying 25, I'll be 26. And like that when I was 15. You know what I'm saying? This is last step for me. You won't get no more besides death. Where else you going besides death from here? Well, I ain't never been down the harbor with a girl. I ain't never been to a fair. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never had a birthday party. I ain't never drove a car.
I was asking some of the younger inmates earlier if they felt there was a difference between a lifer and someone who was doing short time, for lack of a better term, and the attitude they have while they're in here.
Sure, no question.
How so?
When the judge gives you, I did time before, I did 2.5 to 12 years in Pennsylvania. When he gave me that, I mean, it kind of scared me because I'd never been locked up before. When I went in there, I found out all my friends were there, and I knew that in 2.5 years I was going home. So it was like a vacation to me. I mean, I was just, I knew I was coming back out.